Welcome back to the frequency. Awareness, breath, and imagination. The keys to the kingdom. The keys to the kingdom. Let's play around. Okay. Let's dive straight in here. If you've seen my series, How to Breathe, the Science of Breath, the last video, number 3, we got into some pretty high-level concepts talking about separating the heavy breath from the light breath and how to breathe through the ethereal body. I just want to give you some techniques to play around with your perception and your awareness that can really show you some really cool things, and also just kind of like, this is how you start expanding perception, expanding awareness, and like seeing the power of your own mind. So you can hear someone talk about it, hear someone teach about it, but you can just use these couple keys. It's really easy. Use it whenever. See what happens. So we have to understand that our awareness is mobile, okay? Awareness is not trapped. So for most people, the awareness and like this little chatter in their mind, it's trapped right in the center of their heads, right? And like, so they live in this little pinprick their whole lives, this tiny little, right, there's trapped right here, right? They don't know that their awareness is mobile. Your awareness is literally a flame, okay? It's a blazing flame. And the hotter and the more bright you can make this flame, right? The more perceptive you can be of the flame, and the more, I guess, fluidity of mind and beliefs, right? You can start to use this flame to manipulate the environment, okay? If you want to do psychic abilities well, tap into ESP well, it is about using your awareness, your breath, and your imagination, this flame, right? And moving it into things, moving it into that style wheel, connecting it to the wind, right? You can make that flame very large and floodlight, or you can make it very focused and spot on. So, the keys. Try this out. Put your awareness into a sphere right here, right? Just right above your shoulder, right? Right here. So what you do is just kind of close your eyes, be breathing deep, be meditative, right? Let your body go to sleep. Put your awareness right here. And now put your breath into it. This is the key. Learning how to put your breath into other objects and breathe as them, right? This is getting into all the self, connecting thyself to the universe and interacting with this dance. Your breath is mobile. It is connected to your awareness and your imagination in this like three-way trinity, okay? So put your awareness right here. Put your breath into it. So when you breathe, imagine just like energy and light flowing through there, right? As if you're breathing through this pulsing light right here, okay? Add attributes to it with your imagination. So it's warm or it's cold and it's rushing and it's gushing and it has this type of light and this type of energy, right? Build a visual, build a sensory, a full sensory experience of what this is, right? And we have to remember, our awareness is in here, so this is part of us, right? We're breathing through here, just like as if you're feeling sensations on your arm, we're feeling sensations right here, okay? So we're breathing, we're moving our awareness outside of our minds, right? Into a point, a ball of flame, this, right? And breathe through there. And when you're doing this, right, you just did the things that I mentioned, then just get very passive. Once your mind is like, okay, pretty locked on, like I'm breathing through here, now open your perception fully, right? I want you to literally feel as much as possible in this space. I want you to literally just be so quiet. Your breath through there should be so slow that you can't hear it, right, at all. And just literally, as if you're trying to feel pinpricks, the slightest sensation on your fingers, feel right here. You might feel very large fields. It's so subtle. These things creep into your imagination first, right? And allow things to happen. Put your awareness here and go completely passive. Go 100%, I'm gonna feel and allow everything to start moving there, right? Your awareness is there, and then allow it to do what it does. Put your breath into it, and then become completely passive. Completely observation and complete perception. Just purely perceive. Strange things might happen, right? Next level. So now that we know our awareness is mobile and we can combine that with different imaginations, right? And then go into a pure perceptive state once we're locked on to that imagination and breath, right? We can go into a pure perceptive state and enter a new area of awareness and actually start to feel things. This is ESP. This is extrasensory perception. Okay? 2 other applications of this. The micro and the macro. So the micro would be, we have a psi wheel, one of those like spinny little pyramid things on top of a needle. Or let's say you're trying to move something, move a penny, right? You're trying to learn telekinesis, psychokinesis, or like explore what these things are. Or you're trying to do telepathy, communicate with an animal or a plant, feel what a plant is sending you, right? What you do is put your awareness into there, right? And then imagine this interaction of energy between you and that object, right? You and the psi wheel, you and the plant. Keep it in your mind and see it, right? And then breathe through it. So when you breathe, the energy, this two-way connection between you and the object increases, it brightens, it expands, right? Breathe light into it, right? The psi wheel, this inanimate object. We breathe life into it. We put our awareness on it, right? Awareness out there. We're not aware here anymore. We put our awareness here, right? This ball of flame of light. And when we breathe, we see this thing expand, draw in more light, right, around the psi wheel. If you want the psi wheel to spin, you imagine this ball of awareness spinning, right? And once you have connected a visual and your breath to that awareness, go completely passive. To do telekinesis productively, efficiently, to really tap into psychic gifts like that, it is not about trying to manipulate something. It is, in fact, trying to observe the relationship. Hear those words. It is not about manipulating anything. It's not about trying to move the wind. It's not about trying to move the psi wheel or spin something or do something. It is about simply setting an intention, setting your awareness, setting a visual, right? And then feeling, then completely going pure perceptive and feeling what that is. Feeling everything that, right? You gotta be fluid in mind and belief. You gotta be like, oh, I can't feel that. Oh, I can't move that. Oh, I'm not really interacting here, right? You're going to fail. You have to literally, the more strong you can become in belief in your ability to do this, the stronger the results, okay? So basically, you need to go in with an open mind, playful like a kid, right? And just be like, you know what? I'm just going to try this out. I'm just going to put my awareness there. Just going to start breathing as if I was breathing through that, as if those were my lungs, right? Connect a visual to that, and then just sit there, go completely passive, and see what you get back. See what visuals come back. Pure perception. Watch my videos on perception, right? And you'll go deeper and deeper into here. The third application, that's the micro. One more thing. In the micro, if you're doing like telepathy, right, it is basically about connecting, establishing a relationship between you and your dog, you and a friend, right? And then imagining something going on there, imagining the energetic interaction, imagining sending a thought to there, right? And then breathe through it. Breathe and give it life. God breathed life into the heavens and expanded it. God breathed life into the earth and expanded it. You are God. Okay, this is the creation story. This is the creation as we expand our awareness, tap into our true power that we forgot about. It is about mobility of awareness, power of imagination, elar of mind, fluidity of beliefs, okay? And pure perception, allowing things to be how they are. In Taoism, allow thyself to be crooked and you will become straight. Allow that object to not move, right? With your intention on it that I want you to move, allow it to not move, and then see what happens. You see what I'm getting in here? This is the keys of all. The macro. So that's a very spotlight flame, and the more you condense the flame, the more you condense your light of awareness, right? The hotter it gets, the brighter it gets, and the more like, essentially, your awareness is the sun, okay? It's like the dot and the circle around it, okay? That's your awareness, the symbol of the sun in alchemy. That dot is that focal point, right? But the field around it is where the light shines to, okay? So now imagine that you must identify with that in order to breathe through it, right? Now identify with the wind, identify with the stream, identify with a macrocosm as far as your awareness can see, right? And breathe through that. Imagine you were breathing with the wind. that pulse, that stream, that breeze, right? Imagine your breath, connect your breath to it, develop a visual, an imagination, right? And then breathe as it, right? And then go completely perceptive and see what you feel. So you're breathing, the wind grows stronger, right? And be very perceptive. Where are you feeling the wind? But completely floodlight consciousness, right? Play around with that. Go watch my Telekinesis videos and you're gonna find some keys there. Furthermore, last one. All of these you can go watch other, I have full like series and shit, like a whole bunch of ESP and energy work. Go check out the energy work playlist, psychic abilities playlist, whatever. Last one. To start I should put this one first, but to start developing this ability to move your awareness outside the body, play with it inside the body. What happens when you move your awareness to your hand? I want to feel what my hand feels like, right? What does my hand feel like? What happens? You completely relax, right? And then imagine when you're breathing, that you're breathing through all the cells in your hand, right? That your hand and all the atoms were actually expanding, that your hand was your lungs, right? Breathe through your hand. So I'm breathing life into it. My awareness is there and I'm purely perceptive. See, your awareness just left your whole body and went into your hand. Think about when you're working really hard, right? All of a sudden it's like you didn't even notice that you were clenching your back, your foot was tapping for the past half hour, and you haven't felt your stomach in hours, right? Your awareness is mobile. Start moving it around your body and see what happens, right? Completely relax your feet and breathe through them. See if you can feel the blood pulse, the pinpricks at the bottom of your feet. See if you can feel all of that. Nikola Tesla could slow down his pulse. He can control his cardiovascular system, the pulse of his blood through his hands. He can control that. You can control it too. It's simply by experimenting, using your imagination, your awareness, and your breath, right? Being in a pure perceptive state and using great ingenuity, receiving feedback, trying new things. Creativity, ingenuity, experimentation. This is the alchemy of mind, the alchemy of awareness, the alchemy of perception. This is why I always talk about breath, awareness, and imagination, because these three things tap you into everything. All that symbolism in the occult and esotericism, right? That symbolism usually has to do with the etheric realms. It has to do with the subconscious mind, and what you can use that symbolism for is actually creating images, creating the visual that you're breathing life into, and then observing. It's kind of a crazy thing. Start playing with this. I played with this every day for 2 years, and like, one of my friends, we're in a deep meditation together, right? And I moved my awareness into his body, and I imagined the sun there, right? Pulsing energy through it, right? And then he just said like, whoa, it got really warm in my stomach all of a sudden. I'm just like, yeah, that's the power of your awareness. That's the power of your mind. When you can breathe life, pulse energy and light through a mental visual, and then observe it, allow it to be, set it and forget it, right? This is amazing stuff. Let me know your experiences with this. Please comment any questions below. This is going to be an extra on how to breathe, and I really encourage you to go play with this technique. It is amazing. So, I'm Dmitrius. This is Reality Files. Please, if you like my work here, go support me on Patreon. I really appreciate it. Just a $1 a month, and I will continue to accelerate this content, grow it. And if you are a supporter, please hit me up an email and let me know what kind of videos you like, what you want to know more about, and I will make videos for you. Anyways, if you just want to get in touch, shoot me an email, and I will see you guys next time. Peace. Breathe deep, my friends.